Hello. I'm gonna turn off this light. It makes me glow when it's not too bright. There. Hello. I'm having my curried chicken with cauliflower and potatoes and egg. Mmm. On rice. Let's see if people are gonna pop in today. Hello. How's it going? I'm having my lunch. It's quite yummy, which is leftovers from supper last night. Are you eating lunch? Having coffee too. Say hello if you're in here. It says I have one or two people in here. It keeps on changing between one and two. Well, today I am taking my daughter downtown for choir. So I will probably go live again downtown. Um, just stopping in to say hi. Horrible reception right now, so it keeps pausing you. Oh, really? Awful. Because my Wi-Fi is going pretty good here for once. I'm having the curry, my egg collaboration. So there's a nice yellow curried egg. I'll show you. So yum, 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 yum. Hi, East Dad. How's it going? Yes, long time no see. Hey, Raised Tribe. How's it going? Having my curried chicken that I put the video up. I think it should go live today, this morning, for the egg collab. So it's curry chicken, potatoes, cauliflower, and hard-boiled eggs. The hard-boiled eggs extend the protein in here, so you don't have to use as much chicken. Also, the potatoes help and the cauliflower help fill. So it's healthier. Hi, lovely 21 Hope. The video is up. It's part of the egg collab. I'm hoping other people are putting their videos in today because it was supposed to go live today, the playlist. I know get to the farm put video in there, but there should be a few other ones. I know that Creative Redundancy was going to make one. I think the Four Hearts Ranch, Four Hearts Farm. but there should be a few. What's everybody else doing? Are you guys having lunch? Ray's tribe. Whereabouts are you? You're in the States? You're staying in the lobby at the new doctor's. Well, hopefully I keep you company. Baltimore, MD. What state is that, MD? Maryland? Is that Maryland? Maryland. Okay. See, I was right. Not bad for a Canadian figuring out American states. You got lots of them. And I've not been to most of them. My husband's been to a few more with work. And you're in Jersey, New Jersey. That's near New York. Where I live, I'm an hour or so away from Ogdensburg, New York. Got to work late. Had to take 2 kids to the doc for physicals. Fun. Are um are you? I'm just trying to think. I have to get my computer out. How many kids do you have? Are you the family that has like 8 kids? Because there's one of the families I watch. Oh, my stupid cat. Sushi's in heat. That's what you're hearing right now. Yes. Well, that's her. Just her. She's not talking to anybody else. Yes, I have 5 biological kids. Okay. Well, okay. So I like to. So I'm an only child. Well, technically, so my mom did have a baby when I was 6, but it died of SIDS. So I've been basically an only child. And my dad married another lady when I was 14. Like my parents divorced, and married another lady that had a child from a previous marriage that was like 7 years older and had already moved out of the house. So he was like 21 and I was 14. So I consider myself an only child because I never lived with siblings. So I always wanted curls look great. Oh, thanks. Yeah, my hair's naturally curly. Today, it's it's behaving. I got a month and no, actually 2 months now. End of February, I got my hair cut. It's called a diva cut. So it's like the salon cuts your hair dry, each individual curl, and then so that it actually is at the right level. Because my hair curls at different levels. So when they cut it wet, it's straight when it's wet, but when it's dry, it's all like bump all over the place. And but it took like them for like 2 hours just to cut my hair. Definitely tribe going on here. So yeah, so I was gonna say I always wanted a large family. I had 2 kids, um, and solely because I wanted a large family because I was always by myself. But at least I had 2 kids, and and then we decided we contemplated a third, but then we figured it was probably not good because at the time my youngest, when she was born legally blind, and so we had lots of therapies, lots of doctor's appointments, and all that stuff. And it would just not be fair for a baby to be thrown in there as well, and also financially, um, it would be 3 kids too, but we'd have less opportunities to do like vacation and stuff like that. So we just made that kind of decision. And we're like, yeah, maybe my kids will have lots of kids, and then because I love kids, and it's nice when there are hair pulling. Oh, yeah, I have teenagers. Mine are now. My oldest just turned 17, and my youngest turned 15. So yeah, and they're both girls. Oh yes, everybody feel free to share your buffering. So a diva cut is a layered. A diva cut is like you have to the salon has to get uh specially trained of it's called like a diva DEVA, not DIVA. um and it's a cut for curly hair, so afro style hair, the spiral curls, curl like mine's in between, like it's curly. Like when my hair's short, it's much curlier, and longer, it's really heavy. So it's really heavy and thick. Um, so it's not really it's only a little bit layered at the bottom, but it's basically like she takes each individual curl and cut it and then line it up to the next one. So wave gets curly. Yes, exactly. Like you can see up here, the little like my little hair itself. It's very humidity right now because it's overcast. It keeps on thinking it's going to rain. So, which I'm not liking. So yeah, check around. Like you can Google in your area, but it's not. Um, it's not. It's not a cheap cut because they literally took 2.5 hours to cut my hair. Nice. You have two sons, one daughter. Oldest is 24, 14, 12. Which one's the oldest, the daughter or the son? Because teenage girls are fun. Actually, I can't really complain much. My girls are pretty darn good. You know, they haven't found trouble yet. Yet, because, you know, I remember when I was a teenage girl. Trouble seemed to found me, but not as bad as some of my friends. Sons, my daughter's 12. Okay. Well, that's kind of good because then you have the older boys being big brother to your daughter, so nobody's going to mess around with her because she has older brothers. Mm. Yeah, my girls are pretty good. My major complaint with my teens is drama and attitude and talking back and being lazy teenagers. You know, all. But that's about it. All the other stuff, so far so good. Oh yeah, her attitude. It's like snap, snap, snap. I'm like, no. But unfortunately, well, fortunately, unfortunately, uh, my parents really didn't know how to raise kids. So like there was spanking and stuff, but there was no other raising. And so I'm just doing the opposite of my parents. But you can't spank anymore. And my kids, they don't really actually. They've not been bad enough to kind of like in my mind to deserve a spanking. Some people's kids sometimes, but mine haven't been. They've been actually pretty good. Other than the whole talking back, that's the stuff that drives me batty. Because I'm like, if I talk back half the time of what my kids do, and lately they've been good. Since about February or so, they've actually been pretty good. So I can't complain too much. But last fall, I'm like, attitude. Oh my goodness. Yes, yeah, that's the thing. It's to each their own. I mean, but my parents when they spanked, it was not. I don't even think it was more of they were angry. You know. Yeah. Oh, they they just didn't have. They had their own issues. I mean, I've talked about it, before in a live stream. Like both my parents were alcoholics until, well, my mom until I was like 9, 10. My dad till I was like 11, 12. So I kind of raised myself. So I don't know what normal is. So I just did the opposite of what my parents did. My husband, thank goodness, he came from a relatively normal family. So before I do stuff, I usually bounce off him, going, this is what I want to do. This is what my parents did. What would you suggest? That's what it's called, teamwork. And that's also another thing why we had 2 kids, because then we could both take one. And and usually I'm by myself because I was a stay-at-home mom. I only had 2 arms. That's how I was raised, and it worked for me. Well, exactly. So this was the thing. I was raised. I had the fear of God, the fear of spanking, the fear of my parents, and it kept me kind of like actually good. I didn't get into trouble like some of my friends in high school did. I didn't, you know, do drugs or drink or party like like they did. But my kids don't have that. I don't want to put fear of me in them. And the whole fear of God thing um, didn't really work well for me. Like, that I rebelled from that until I was an adult myself, and then I went back to church, because I'm like, cause my parents were like, no church, or like church Christmas and Easter. And then my dad was became a recovering alcoholic, and he found God, and he went from like no church to like Bible thumping, you know you're going to hell type of person, born again Christian, extreme, like went from 180 to the other, you know which kind of really turned me off. But it did keep me out of trouble. So it is what it is. So I just try and do the opposite of my parents in most things, and then just try and use some sort of common sense. So I don't let my kids necessarily get away with a lot of things, except for, well, I let them get away with the chores and stuff like that, because they did do chores a lot when they were smaller, and then school got really hard and stuff like that, and they weren't as helpful, so I was doing it all. But now as teenagers, it's like 4 adults are making the mess, but only one of them, me, is tidying up afterwards, and it's just too much. So getting them to be helpful again is difficult, because they've had it pretty easy till now. But it's kind of like my own fault too. Yes, raise yours. Well, exactly, and different strokes for different folks, right? And in some cultures, spanking and the rod and all that stuff is the way to do it. It's the norm. So, and in other cultures, it's not. Around here, sometimes some parents give the kids way too many options to do stuff. I'm working on mine in the chores lane myself. Hi, Jasmine. How's it going? Did you make your egg collab video to put in that playlist? I'm eating my egg collab video. See? Oh, Jasmine, I haven't given Angie her eggs yet because I haven't seen her. Because she's been working, but I still have half of the carton of eggs for her. They're in my fridge. Jeff had one of the eggs on the weekend. He wanted to taste them between eggs, and he goes, they taste exactly like chicken eggs, just they're bigger. Exactly. Teenagers don't like being consistent, that's for sure. Sometimes they'll be helpful, and it's not even necessarily helpful. Like, I have to try and figure out my wording better, because I'm like, oh, can you give me a hand? It's like, no, no, you're part of this family. You should be doing your share. There, right, yeah. I'll bring more. Okay, cool. Hi, King Troll. Nice to meet you. Yes, he's like, bigger eggs. Yeah, don't forget to give a thumbs up. I'm trying to. I don't know why my computer is not logging on. I have to keep on turning the thing off. It's just not booting. I broke it. Hopefully not. Hi, Chavez. How's it going? Nice talking to you too, Eastad. Thanks for popping by. And feel free, everybody, to share the love and support one another. Screams 3 times, but still pushing myself. Yes, duck eggs are more nutritious than fillet. I used to eat 3 or 4 chicken eggs. Now I eat 2 duck eggs. Plenty. Mm-hmm. Well, he had fried eggs Sunday night. I had to get my youngest at the airport, and he picked up my other daughter at the bus station. And then because we had a late lunch, hubby and I, and we didn't really want supper, so when they came back, my daughter made fried eggs and toast, like made breakfast for supper, because that's what he wanted. So, and then when I got home, I made myself an egg sandwich, like a fried egg sandwich. But I didn't try the duck egg yet, because I was like, oh, I want to do the same kind of thing of compare them and see. I want to kind of like look at them. Maybe take a video of like, this is a chicken egg, this is a duck egg. And see the different, because I know when we went out west, the eggs are brighter yellow orange than they are here in Ontario, because it's different feed. Coffee. I shouldn't try and breathe my coffee. It goes down the wrong hole. Nice. And eggs get even better when free range. They spike feed with marigold for yellow color. Cheat equals cheating. Out west, they do? Because I went out west with a client of mine. I was his physical care attendant. He had CP and he was driving out west. Um, we went to like Perkins, the restaurant, and had their breakfast. And I'm looking at the eggs, and they're like bright yellow yolks, yellowy orange, like almost school bus yellow. And I'm like, why are they so bright? And then when we were somewhere else, they were very light. They were a light yellow, like a light sunshine yellow, like a baby yellow. So, but being the procrastinator, um, I am. I made the curry chicken with eggs yesterday. I did the video, and actually got it edited and uploaded to go live today. Not that I didn't have like a week and a half to do it, but this whole weekend it was just hubby and I, and he's not a fan of curry chicken. And on Thursday, Rowan wanted butter chicken, so that was already Indian, but she didn't want eggs in it. So I had to wait a few days to do the curry. Hi, Thomas Schmidt. Have you done an egg video to go on the egg collab? It's very much like fruit, being perfectly shaped and perfect colors, so people buy them. It's manipulation. Yeah. I wish we had a store. There's a store in the UK that purposely buys the fruits and vegetables that are like ugly fruit, right? And actually, the whole store like it's a market type thing, and it sells it like dirt cheap because they're buying it from the farmers that are going to like throw the stuff out, and they're selling it to people so people can still buy it, but they don't look. They look like like they've been grown near a nuclear power plant and odd shaped and stuff like that. Um, I wish they had that. Like I want to find some discount grocery stores like they do in the States. I wish we had like one of those Amish grocery stores here. Because I have no problem eating odd shaped fruits and vegetables. I mean, if I grow them, they're gonna not look like they do in the grocery store anyways. You know, it just takes. I don't have the land to grow all the food I eat. You know. No. Oh, you should. See, there's cauliflower in here too. You want to do a community garden here, property? I am part of a community garden here. I don't drive, so going there would be hard. That's different. I've never been to Canada, and I have only eaten farm fresh eggs once. Hi, hometown cooking with Marianne. How's it going? Did you do an egg video for the collaboration? I'm eating my egg collaboration. Who's willing to bust everyone in exchange for food? I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some more coffee. Get upload on the cramper internet, but I did one. Well, you can still upload it and add it to the playlist. Coffee, 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 coffee. Sorry, what did I miss? Give me some too. Here, you could have some. Cheers. A V8 just started drinking again. You gotta have a V8, put some vodka in it. It's definitely going up. Uh, I like mine with cream, no sugar, because I'm sweet enough. But I'm just reheating coffee that was in my pot from this morning. This morning I volunteered at the food cupboard, so I made coffee. I only had 1 cup, not even a full cup. Went there, came back. 1.12 for a 2-liter bottle, so I bought 3 bottles. V8, yes. That's a great price for V8. Like the big huge bottles, eh? Yeah, we get V8 or Clamato once in a while when it's on sale. But if it's $2, is a pretty good price. I like using those when I make my porcupine balls too. Those or tomato juice, depending on what I'm in the mood for. Oh, at Shoppers. I might have to check it out. I don't think I have any. I might have 1 bottle. But yeah, I like it. It's an acquired taste. Like not all the time, but I also like using porcupine balls. So I use like ground beef and rice and whatever vegetables and making balls and put the tomato juice on it and then it cooks. What kind of markets do you have in Canada? You start drinking while your ankle won't get better. Yeah, but you won't feel the pain as much. Markets. Well, we have grocery stores here, and they're usually big stores in the city. So like there we have Superstore, Freshco, Food Basics, Sobeys, Metro, Farm Boy, Independent Grocers, No Frills, and then there's usually in big cities or in the country and stuff. There's usually a farmers market where local farmers will bring their produce and stuff and like rent a table and stuff like that and sell it. Here in Ottawa, there's a market downtown called the Byward Market. Vendors have a table there. It's actually open year round for some of it. Um, and most of it is just for the nice, like starting now, nice weather. There's also one on Preston, which is downtown to the west end, and then there's one at Lansdowne. And then out here in Canada area, there's the Carp Farmers Market, which is just out in the country. And then on Wednesdays, starting maybe this month, maybe May, there's a farmers market in Canada in the on Hazeldean Road where the not the Sobeys, the Shoppers is there in their parking lot. Not Wednesday mornings? No, Saturday mornings. Saturday mornings. So those are the type of markets that I know of. But the farmers market is you you usually can get some things at a better price, depending on like in the middle of summer you can get some things better price in the market. Like sometimes lettuce or broccoli or whatever, you can get like massive heads for like $2 or $1 or whatever. But um but a lot of times you're paying more for the stuff there because it's from the farmers. Um, but it's usually better, like it's better produce. And sometimes they'll at the market they'll have like different vendors. Like sometimes there's a local meat vendor. Like the one that's here in Canada has like unique meat options. Like they have them in the freezer and stuff of like wild boar and elk and stuff like that. So like stuff that you can't get at the grocery store. In the heritage towns, we have smaller markets, but not big brand names. Independent grocers, yeah. Did you see the recent segment on Marketplace about? Yes, I did. I actually I think I shared it on Facebook too. Many, many years ago, when I used to drive in Canada, I used to stop at roadside stands during berry season. Yes, so there's still roadside stands, and in the city, like here in Canada, there's one by the Canadian Tire off the highway. Um, but yeah, there are a lot of farmers will put a stand at the edge of the property and put their produce there for sale. And you sometimes it's not even manned. Like I went with a friend and she picked up stuff. Like the stuff is there, it says the prices, and it has a box to put your money in. So it's like the honor system, which is very odd that nobody has like stolen the money. But they'll have like say 10 things on the table of baskets of like say strawberries or raspberries or whatever, and they'll say $5 and you're supposed to put your money in this thing. And now the box is maybe nailed to the stand, but somebody could easily with a crowbar rip it off. But that's the pessimist in me. I'm optimistic, but I don't have a lot of faith in humankind. Um, yes, the recent segment on farmer market. That's why I don't like some of them when they don't say, well, like down at Byward Market. I know a lot of them are resellers because um they're saying it's supposed to be locally grown. I don't know where they're growing those bananas, but they're not in Canada because we cannot grow bananas here in Canada. It is there's no place warm enough year round to grow bananas or oranges. Maybe in a greenhouse, maybe oranges. They are passing new laws about blueberry picking because Southerners are taking so many berries. The bears don't have enough and as a result loot people's garbage in towns. Ah. Yeah, Jasmine, if you know of a place to get fiddleheads for free, we love fiddleheads. There was a spot near us that we used to go to when we planted trees with the scouts, but we don't plant trees with the scouts anymore. My family, that's one vegetable my family loves is fiddleheads, which is basically the beginning of a fern. Like I wish they had fiddlehead farms that you could go and pick. There are some, were some in Elmer, but developers have done a good job of yeah. Yeah, that's the sucky part. Oh, be right back. Photo op. Cool. I'm like, is it raining there? Because it looks like it might rain here today. And Big Family Tribe there. Was it, whereabouts are you guys? Raisin Raise Tribe. There we go. Like Big Family Tribe. Like, I'm just renaming you. Oh, do any of you here watch YouTuber named Jamarel's Big Family Table? I love her. I want to be her. She's the kind of like mom and all those kids. I've been binge watching her freezer meals, cooking days. I've watched a few of them before, but I'm trying to get inspired to do a big, huge freezer meal cooking day soon. So just trying to figure all that out. You're gonna come with me while I check on the pasta for supper for my husband and my oldest. I had previously cooked a bunch of ground beef, um, and I made just sauce. I literally just put some ground beef and canned sauce together, and then see, and now, oops, oh, that's the. I have my cover on my thing. It's covering the camera. Sorry. And then I'm just cooking up pasta to make like a baked pasta dish. There we go. Now I have to drain it. My poor strainer. I need to get another one. There's a big hole. I've melted and broken it here. But it's like 20 years old. Might be better if I empty the dishwasher. Not the dishwasher, the sink. Of the dishes before I try and drain the pasta. Fried eggs and cheeseburgers. Oh, yum. So was the fried egg on the cheeseburger? Cool. Okay. Bear with me. You're going to see the ceiling. So I need two hands to grab the pot. And not try and kill myself or burn myself. Either one. There we go. Now I can let that cool. I'm just multitasking because, well, that's just who I am. There, I'll let that cool. I'll rinse some cold water on it. There we go. There, I've done my duty. I made pasta, made sauce. It was just canned sauce. I think Primo sauce that I got on sale. So my grocery haul. I have to go look at when that was. September, October. One of those that I did. I bought a whole bunch of pasta and sauce. I'm gonna put my phone back in. I bought a whole bunch of pasta and sauce. Is it? Yeah, it's, and I bought like 12 things of pasta and 12 things of sauce. I thought, oh well, that'll be enough once a week for the next 3 months. But this winter, we did not eat a lot of pasta with sauce. I don't know why. My family was just not in the mood for pasta. Whenever I suggested it, like I tried to do pasta once a week, they weren't into it. So I still have like six or seven cans of sauce downstairs. So I mean that's going to be good till, well, it's good till 2020. So I mean I don't have to like rush to eat it. But Um, I'd say at least till June, July. We have a large surplus of eggs because my girlfriend is at a different office and missing out on selling eggs to regular customers. Ah, well, she could. Can't she swing by the office and drop off eggs, or have those customers come pick them up? Well, then you should do a video, do a quick video on your favorite things with eggs, and upload it. um, I always like looking at what other people do with eggs, because eggs in any country, um, okay, I don't know about any country. In Canada and in North America, eggs is the cheapest form of protein that you can get. It's a 1 hour drive to her regular office. So eggs here, like they're always about $2. So it's like $2.27 is about the average price around here for a dozen eggs. Still, that's that like, and nobody eats 12 eggs. But for the amount of protein in an egg, pound for pound, they're the cheapest form of protein. And I know that in the States, a lot of the states have like eggs, because you don't have the regulations on your chicken and dairy farms, that your milk and egg prices and chicken prices plummet really cheap or go really high, depending on how much is grown and how much you guys have. Like, I know some people that I watch on YouTube, they were getting a dozen eggs for like 40 cents. I'm like, and they were getting milk for $1 for a gallon. I'm like, we got $2 a dozen for brown eggs. So that's like the normal price here at the store for regular eggs. For organic or free range, you're paying about $5 a dozen at the store or at a market. Um, because you're also paying, and people. So where I live, we're in the West End. Canada is the West End suburb of Ottawa, and a lot of the places here and the people here are dual income, or there's very few stay-at-home moms. A lot of government workers and or high-tech workers, so their income tends to be, middle to higher range. And some of the moms like that I know from schools that my kids went to, they would pay the extra for organic, free range, blah blah blah, and their grocery bills were exorbitant. I buy organic when I can afford it. And certain things I will buy organic. And I could get free range. Like if I have an option, if they're both around the same price, I will maybe splurge to buy it. But I don't often. But I do like to support local farmers. So when I do like if I want to do a meat order or that, I'll check out the local farmers, and I do like doing that. I'm going to be taking my doggy for a walk. Going to keep your program running. See you later, and everyone well, you have a great day, Hometown Cooking with Marianne. Hopefully you get your video up. I can't wait to see it. Store eggs are 99 cents a dozen. Yeah, so it depends on where you are in the country. That, like, I've seen people on their grocery hauls paying 34 cents. One place, one time, they were paying like 18 cents a dozen. I'm like, the farmer cannot make money off that. Like, in the store are brown eggs in the store are $4. Yeah, but the difference between, like, there's no nutrient value difference between white eggs and brown eggs. Just brown eggs, there are from different types of hens, right? From my understanding. From my understanding, there's certain hens produce certain eggs. Like we call them here the Easter egg chickens, where their eggs are either bluish, greenish, reddish, tinged shell, but their egg content is still the same as a white egg or a brown egg. But they're not mass produced in the farms that have like the chicken farms. We know that, but city folk are dumb. Okay, so okay, I just wanted to confirm that. So you're doing it so that it's a so here farmers will charge more than the grocery store because you're also supporting local, and we here where we are we like to try and support local, um but not much more than the grocery stores, um because they want to also be comparable. They're like, hey, if you buy it from me, then you're actually the money going to me versus you're buying from the store, and then the store is paying the farmers like half. I don't know, but you should see about selling your eggs to restaurants. That's what Jasmine was saying with her duck eggs, that a lot of chefs um, like using duck eggs in their cooking and stuff like that. So restaurants might be interested in buying them from you, when, especially when you have a surplus, and then you'd have a more regular customer, and they might come to you to pick up, or you just have to go to one place and drop off 10 dozen or whatever. Like, I don't know how many chickens you got and how many eggs they produce. It's kind of like, when it took, I was like 7 or 8 until I realized that brown cows did not produce chocolate milk. Because I'm a city folk, unfortunately. I call, I, but I've been trying to get back to my roots. Like I would consider myself kind of like sort of an urban homesteader ish, in the sense that I like to try and grow my own food, but I don't have the land to do that. But I do cook, and I do try and support local farmers. Like, I'm trying to eat out of my freezer right now so that I can save up some money to buy half a pig or half a cow. Um, I would need another freezer if I was going to buy a whole one of those animals. So I just need to find somebody who can raise them cheaply, and like I could, if I knew them, I would definitely do much better uh, supporting the local farmers if I knew, like, if it was somebody on here, like Jasmine has ducks. Bye, guys. I have to go, work to do. See you later, Jen. Well, bye, Raising Ray's Tribe. Well, you have a wonderful day. And hope to see you. Feel free to check out the Egg Collab videos. My curry chicken is in there, as well as Get to the Farm has a video in there. I haven't checked it out yet. I don't know who else popped one in. They were supposed to be popping them in today, so you can drive down here and get pig from me. Hello. Whereabouts are you? First, I don't drive, so that's a part of the problem. Do you ship it through FedEx Courier? There's a spot that I'm thinking of purchasing from, which actually ships it through FedEx. They ship frozen food in a frozen cooler with dry ice and stuff overnight to you. They're about 4 hour drive from where I am. So like they give you an option of to pick it up, or they FedEx, and they charge you something like uh like $50 for delivery or so, like $50 per cooler. So a quarter of a cow is like 2 coolers. Oh, shut up, cat. Take a boat across Lake Ontario. Meet me on the shore. Yes, Lake Ontario's big lake. And that's by Toronto there. And Toronto is about 5 hours away from me. I don't know if it'll fit my suitcase to be on the train home. Oh, silly cat. So you raise pigs. What else do you raise? Do you raise cows or well, you raise chickens. I'm assuming chickens because you said eggs, but you could be raising ducks or guinea hens or pigs and chickens. Yummy. I keep on telling my girls love pork. They love bacon. They love any part of a pig. Um, and I love making souse with pig's feet and hocks and stuff. I keep on telling them that they need to, finish high school and go off to college, university, and get a good job, and or um, and get a good job to have lots of money to be able to afford um, the lifestyle that they have been accustomed to with my cooking. Because neither one of them, well, my oldest will cook, but not, she's not as gung ho, like she's more cook. My youngest would like to be a food taste tester. Check out my Happy Pig video. Okay, I will. I definitely will. Um, I'll tap that over your channel over so I could watch it um, once I'm done my live stream. Channel Happy Pig video. Um, that either they have to get a good job that they're making a lot of money to afford their lifestyle, to afford the amount of meat that they like to eat, and or oh, it's right here. It's only a 50-second one. Or here, I'll try. See, here, right there. They look so funny. They look so happy. They're like toddlers. Well, that's the downside of like having animals that you have to raise too, is the harvesting them at the end. But that's why I'm unsure if I would be able to be a good farmer. Because I'm unsure if I would get attached. That's why you give them food names. Yes, like bacon. What are your hogs' names or your pigs' names? Oh, I was gonna say, I got sidetracked. You either have to make a gun to afford their lifestyle, and or marry a pig farmer or a farmer, so that there's always meat on the table. Bacon bits, hammy, pork chop, and honey glazed. Is honey glazed a girl? And are you going to? So, do you purchase the pigs as babies and then raise them and then harvest them all, or do you have a mom and dad and then have their babies and harvest the babies and keep the mom and dad, or keep two to raise yourself, like to, what's the word, fertilize and impregnate, and this is my first year with pigs. Okay. And how long do you feed them for till they're full grown? At least with pigs, you get to at least know what you're feeding them and control that so that the product, the meat product, at the end is going to be much superior than what you can find from the mass produced farms. And they will have a great, happy life compared to other pigs. One of my cats is in heat, bugging the other cat. Oh, the problem is they're both girls, and one's fixed and one's not. We kept on meaning to get the other one fixed, but then life just got busy, and it's hard to go to the vet without a car. So arranging a ride and all that stuff, it's just making an appointment, arranging a ride, all blah blah. But now there's at least there is a vet that does come to your home if they're sick that we can call. But my cats have never really been sick ever. So so what else are you gonna try and raise? Are you gonna eventually get a goat or a cow for milk or beef? Until they weigh about 250 or more pounds or about 6 months old. Okay. And how much were the piglets when you bought them? $75. And do you buy them any real special food, or do they just eat your scraps? Hog feed. And how much is a pig in your area? Like if you went to go and purchase a pig already harvested. Um, because here in Canada, a cow, if you wanted to go whole cow, depending on where you go and depending if you get all the bones and all that stuff too, like all the everything with it, it's about 1,000, $1,200 for that, and like the processing fee and all that stuff. One spot I found I can get a half a cow, but without the bones, because the bones I could get if I wanted extra or whatever, because they're the one that would ship it. So it's like half a cow was 100 pounds of meat, I think, for like I don't know. It worked out to be about $4 a pound or something. Butchered and ready is about $4.50 per pound. So yeah, so a pig would be $1,000. So you're paying $75 and then feed them for 6 months. How much is feed? I'm just trying to figure out the math to see if it's worth working on a small scale of pig. Like I mean, if it costs like say a bag of feed costs, let's say $10, and you go through a bag every week for four. Hey, get to the farm. How's it going? I'm just trying to see if it's worth your time, because you still have to pay the butchering fee unless you do it yourself with your hogs or pigs. We buy bull grain, and then store feed bought grain ration. Cool. Yeah, I see you had put a video on the egg collab. I managed to get mine in last night. I think it was 11:30. Each pig will eat about 500 pounds of feed to reach weight. So how much is a pound of feed? This is really interesting. I like I like trying to figure things out like this. Because I mean, so this is what I do with my groceries. Okay, so for me personally, it is cheaper for me to buy ingredients and make the food from scratch. It just costs more time to do that, which I have time, but not always money. Well, I do have, but I just I like to save as much money as I can. So for me, my time I don't really always factor into the cost of things, but I can I can make a much more elaborate and exotic menu plan with my budget than most people can make a very plain menu plan because I'm buying individual ingredients and making things from scratch. Certain things I'm buying like already pre-made, but I factor in convenience sometimes because Mummy needs a break, and Mummy needs sanity, and sometimes Mummy feels like crap. So, um, and making things from scratch. But I have friends that don't do hardly anything from scratch, and uh, their grocery bill is like twice as much every week. Mine is now 1850. Well, so 1850 per 100 pounds. So 5 times that. So you basically it costs you 175 per pig. So you're saving, and then and then the butchering fee. How much is your butchering fee? So it costs you 175 roughly per pig to buy them and feed them. And then butchering costs. So you're probably at least saving $500 if it costs $1,000 roughly to purchase a harvested pig, cut and cut and everything. I heard it was tasty. My lactose intolerance held me back. 150 per pig plus smoking if you want smoke. Okay, you're saving like a lot. So it's actually worth it for you to buy a piglet, feed it for 6 months. Yeah, probably about 300 for a full hog from birth to butcher. While for the average person to get it already all done, it's $1,000 roughly. He was saying like 450 a pound, and a hog's about 250 pounds. 250, 150. Yes. So here in Canada, so certain places. So I bought half a cow. Well, I've got bought a quarter cow with a friend of mine. So four of us got into the cost of the cow, and the butcher charges um the price per each half a cow by hanging weight. So that's all the organs out, but the bones and all the stuff that you don't necessarily like. The bones are in there, and some of the stuff that you still. Um, well, they charge the whole cow by hanging rate, and then they cut in half, and then each half. So you're in half with another person, so you get some of the back meat and some of the front meat because one end has better meat than the other. Hey, Jono. The egg collaboration has gone live. Have you put a video with eggs in it? You can add it to the egg collaboration. So here, some places will. So if you're doing it with that, they charge you by the hanging weight, but you don't get, you don't get 500 pounds of meat. You get about 200 or whatever, because it's most of it's bones and stuff. And then even with the bones, and then you could say if you want the organs and stuff. Most of my friends don't. Like when I've gone in, I've gotten I don't want the organs. My family's not big on organ meat, but we have gotten the tongue, and I like the tongue. I'm growing my fans up now, and I really appreciate everyone who is on the go with me. Yes. We are going Saturday to buy 1,000 pounds of feed. Wow, that's a lot of feed. Can your vehicle hold that much weight? Yes, 50% of live weight is waste in cows. In hog, you only lose about 30% in waste. Very cool. But by the way, here's the playlist. But so far, it's only you and me get to the farm, Sue. I'm going to put the big V. Okay, I've got to share. Creative Redundancy was supposed to put a video in there. And a couple of others, I can't remember. I think BJ Hunting was going to, too. That's why only 1,000 pounds. My bigger truck isn't on the road. Yeah, see, I don't know how much. Like, I know some things, some vehicles can't carry a lot of weight, or even pull a trailer with a lot of weight. Some other people I chatted with couldn't get it done right away, but we'll add later. Okay. Little Creek only just go to their home, just got to their homestead. Okay. We'll yeah. We could still promote it then too. Half-ton truck. Cool. Coming from a non-driving person, that sounds like a pretty big, solid truck. That's the one that you see on the roads, like the people with the trucks that they're holding. They go to Home Depot and grab wood and all that stuff. NKY said they were working on it. Okay. Cool. Little red truck. I'm trying. There's a song of a little red something from like the 60s. Little red Corvette? No. Little red. Oh. And then it got like a paper cut on my forehead. Red truck are half-ton trucks. You get 3/4 ton and etc. Okay. So is a half-ton truck is the one with the 2 seats or the ones with the 4 seats? Red bash back barchetta barchetta. Okay. Yeah, a friend of mine has a truck, but it's a 4-seater. Well, 4 or 5. Like, so it's 2 in the front, and then there's like a seat at the back for 2 or 3 people, depending. Old enough to. I worked at Rockin' Johnny's, which is a 60s diner. No, I'm not old enough to remember the 60s, but I worked at a 60s diner and it played 60s rock and roll music all the time. And my parents were were young in the 60s. My mom was born in 48 and my dad was born in 52. And they're both gone now. Club cab is the term for four-seater trucks. Can be a different class weight of trucks. Okay, cool. I got like a paper cut. Like it feels like a paper cut, like up here. I don't know how I got a paper cut on my forehead. But yeah, my music um, likes don't necessarily reflect my age. I liked a lot of the 60s, 70s music, and then I also do like the 80s, 90s rock, well, more 80s, some 90s. All the confetti from our big kickoff. Yes. I tried. People were like, "Hey, do a egg collab." I'm like, "Okay, I'll do it for May 1st." And so I did it for May 1st. Me being a procrastinator, did it last night to the point that I'm eating my egg collab. But I did it. Yeah, most people around here don't have trucks because they're not great on mileage, and they'll usually have cars or vans because there's usually like they're for family, and vans have more room for people than stuff. So whenever anybody's moving, everybody's like looking around trying to find somebody with a truck to help move furniture, or who could pull like a U-Haul trailer or something like that. 22 miles per gallon. Is that good? See, we here do liters, and 4 liters roughly is 1 gallon. And gas costs a lot here. Gas here right now is $1.30 something a liter. For a truck, that's great. Well, that's the thing. It's like trucks are more not energy efficient. Cars are better energy efficient, and vans and 4x4s are gas guzzlers too. Usually, my friend's car. So her old car. It cost her $60 to fill up. It was and that lasted her about a week or so for her car. And with her new car, because it's a hybrid, so it's electric slash gas one, a little bit smaller tank, but the gas actually charges the electric and vice versa. It costs her only $30 to fill up, so it's a little bit smaller tank, but it still lasts at the same time. So she's literally saving half the price of gas now with the new car. So 10 miles per gallon is normal for a truck. Then so 22. Well, I mean that's double. That's good. Yeah, it's like sort of like with other cars. If you can get here better car, like in Canada, like our car insurance and stuff like that. I know that the better cars with gas mileage and um, things like that, you get better insurance rates. with gas guzzlers or anything painted red, uh, you're getting you're paying more. So yeah, so here in like in Canada, if you have a car painted red, the exact same car, if it was painted silver or black or white or whatever other color, you'd be paying more insurance because red cars are seen to be sporty, even if it's a Toyota Corolla, which is not sporty. I got 7 likes and 6 down thumbs. There's somebody who doesn't like my live streams. Almost all my live streams, they get down thumbs. And I get like 3 or 4 like during the whole time. But they don't pop in here to say anything. And after the fact, they don't put comments. Yeah, but usually the trolls will pop in and say something rude. But they're not even doing that anymore. I've noticed that last 3 or 4 of my live streams, I'm like, seriously? And we never had a troll pop in. So we have a 1.5 ton truck that you haul hay in as well. Do you like hook it like with one of those hay lifter things that they like? It's like a forklift type thing, and stab the big bale of hay to drive off. I missed the chance to throw a wrench at the troll. Must be a Ford. Oh, I'm hearing noise. My kids should probably be home soon. Yeah, no, we haven't had hardly any trolls in my live streams lately. Oops, I spilled. They put the hay on that way before we just rolled the big rounds off, but we have a tractor and lift them off now. Okay, cool. Why do they make them so big? When I was a kid, like they get I don't know if they get covered like this in the States, but here in Ontario, they get covered in white plastic in the fields. And sometimes there's long tubes of them, or there's individual white ones. And my mom used to say that they're growing marshmallows there when I was small. I also believed the brown cows, produce chocolate milk. So I was all happy that they grew marshmallows in the fields by near us. No clue on brand of truck. Just has a great flatbed. We got it from a Yellowstone park. It hauls snow machines for the tours. Cool. Yes, the larger the bale, the cheaper it costs. Really? How come? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. You might pay 10 or 12 for a bale. Like you pay $10 or $12 for one like square of hay, like a rectangle of hay. But the big round marshmallow things are cheaper than the small, easy to handle 50 pounds of hay. Wow. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Other than maybe less labor because the hay bales have to get moved from the thing and thrown up into on a pile. Apparently, you pay too much for hay. Well, my hubby voted for big rounds. Never have to buck a bale. But the big rounds, don't they get infested with mice and squirrels and stuff like that more? Because they're big and rot, possibly. I mean, if you have the equipment for it, why not? But I would think it'd be harder to divvy out a big bale than the smaller ones. Find year-old hay for $25 a bale, but I buy good hay. Your round bales were 15 each delivered. Wow. Maybe it depends on where you are in the country and if your land is good hay growing. Horse hay is $45 a bale. Cool. Yes, let me them eat the bale as is. They don't eat anymore. Hay free choice than if you are. Really? See, my cats don't are like I had the all you can eat food dish and water dish, and they wouldn't eat more than what they would eat. My friends' cats, if they did that, they would eat the whole thing and make themselves sick. And we don't have tons of hay available around here. The ranchers keep it for their own cows. Uh, you need to make friends with somebody that grows hay. Horses are designed to eat constantly all day long. And you still have horses at your farm, right? Get to the farm. Now, question for you. I know that people can eat horse meat because actually it was popular back in the early 1900s in North America too. But somehow people got off of eating it. and in other countries it's quite popular, like especially with older horses and stuff like that. Um, do you ever uh, harvest horse meat? We have a friend who truck in the hay, and he lets us buy it from him as we need it. It's too little pony, isn't it? No, no. U.S. doesn't eat horse. They did. So, it, if you look at history, U.S. did eat horse meat. Um, and there's been cases of sometimes the ground beef in the states has been found to have horse meat in it too. There's been a whole bunch of different marketplace things. Well, not now. All the horse slaughter is shipped to Canada and Mexico. Yeah. Um. Are, no.
I had a teacher go look for her and I couldn't find her.
You need to go find her. Go back. She didn't come home. Okay. And she didn't text me.
Yeah, because we had a teacher, because I had to stay a little bit later to finish my test. I had Miss Ellsworth that was going to go look for her and went to everywhere. We went everywhere.
Well, she's in school.
Well, tell her to call you, because she's thinking about me.
Go back to the school and get her.
No, I will when she texts me.
Oh. The phone is ringing. Oh, sorry about that. The phone rang, and I was using it. We found my kid. She wasn't quite lost. She was just not where she was supposed to be. Sorry. And that was her. My daughter was just saying that she was looking for her. She couldn't find her. She sent the teacher to look. Canned horse meat for dog food. I would eat horse meat before I eat dog. Yes, well, some countries also eat dog. In the Philippines, if you get married, it's customary to roast a dog, like on the fire pit. Top 20 race horse in Japan at the slaughterhouse. What a shame. It earned all that money for owners, and then that happens. See you later. Oh, you gotta go. So get to the farms. Oh, you have a great day. Where's Emek? Korea eats dogs. Horse from U.S. was found in Japan. Hi, Amanda. Well, there was horse meat found in some ground beef. It was tested in the U.S. because there's a whole article on CBC or whatever. Yes. Hey Google. Beef.
My apologies. I don't understand.
Kangaroo meat is found sometimes too. Yeah, but we don't have kangaroos here. Where's this? It's coming from maybe from the same like slaughterhouse in Australia or something. Yeah. Well, so we can buy kangaroo meat. So here in Canada, there is a company that sells kangaroo, horse, wild boar, elk, all this stuff meat, and it's clearly marked, right? And you're paying like prime dollar for these meats. Like we've gotten it in the thinly sliced like fondue sliced meats to try. And my kids have tried horse and tried wild boar and elk and kangaroo, all those. But you're paying like $5 for a little bit of meat. McDonald's hamburger meat kangaroo. Hey Google.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Hey Google. News about horse meat.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Google's not helping me. Maybe I have to actually Google because I'm like I don't know. I should be searching for. Well, and it was just recently, like horse meat and ground beef U.S. Let's go search there. Because there was an article, and it was like within the last year. Well, so, yeah. the Daily Mail, a thing in the UK said, um, dailymail.com, 20% of samples of ground meat sold in the U.S. contain illegal food stuff. Out of 48 samples of meat studied, 9 had additional animals included. Horse meat, which is illegal to sell in the U.S., was detected in 2 samples. This may have been down to cross-contamination at the processing facility. Lower cost. Okay, lower cost. Oh, meat may have been intentionally mixed to make a bigger profit. Other meats discovered in research include beaver and guinea fowl. From frozen bolognese to IKEA meatballs, scientists discovered millions were unwittingly eating horse meat in their favorite dishes. Horse meat is common to be found in U.S. ground beef. There's a scandal that horrified millions of meat lovers and swept the UK. There was something that was in 2013 in the UK. 48 samples were analyzed, 10 were found to be mislabeled. Of the 10, 9 of the additional animals included, and 1 sample was mislabeled completely. Horse meat, which is illegal to sell in the U.S., was detected in 2 of the samples. Let's just say we watched all the ships passing through the Panama Canal, and a lot of those where McDonald's logos were from Australia. Hey, that's why you buy Angus beef. I'm getting Arby's for lunch. And I blame Angie. Yeah, well, did you see her little live stream thingy yesterday? I didn't see it live. I saw it after. I thought it was live, and then I'm like, oh, I didn't catch it live. But it was just a 10-minute or so live stream. I see, my family's not a big sandwich person, so we've only gone to Arby's a couple times. Their sides are really good. That's sushi you're hearing. She's in the heat. And I have like their smoked meat sandwich that I've had there. I'm not a big roast beef sandwich person, but I do like their horseradish pump there. Um, I didn't catch her live either. I had already put my phone away for the night. I had just, well, I was editing my video that went for the egg collab, which I'm eating right now. Still eating. See, there's some egg. That box, I think, is for you.
Yeah, 1 second.
I'm not.
What can I have on
Oh, yes, there's a box there. That goes upstairs. Have there been any more ads? Just mine and get to the farm right now.
What's the supper?
I'm making baked pasta. Pizza pasta.
Mom,
Awesome. Thank you, Amanda. Yes, Abby?
is Get to the Farm from your channel?
What Get to the Farm is, like she's on my live stream right now.
Because she ended up going to my video.
Yes, good. She's from my... Abby says she saw you come to her video. Did she see your most recent one? Your sheep eye?
I think that's the one I saw her on.
Okay. I haven't seen Abby's newest video. The sheep eye. Your lunch is in the fridge.
Oh, and Mom, is Kitty from yours?
Yes. There's a kitty on my channel too. Yes, sheep eye.
Why does everybody come from your?
Because I talked about you. Because I was proud. See, you're behind. You're in the live stream. Say hi. Say wave. You can.
No, I don't wave. I never have waved, and I never will wave. I'm not a waver. Wafer.
You're not in the live stream anymore. You're on the side now.
Wafer. No, I want wafer cookies. Oh, it's okay. I literally remember everything with food. Like prawn cells, wonton cells, wontons. Yummy.
Here, I'll try it. Do you want to be in the live stream?
Why not?
Well, then you have to move your chair over here. Move the cat. Move the cat.
Hurt the cat.
I'm not. I'm
My
just
cat.
tapping the cat.
Oh, both of them are here.
Oh yeah, Sushi's in the heat and being annoying. That's my jacket. And
Mom, you've always said sushi's annoying. How is this different?
I bet shoes, but not yours yet.
Meow.
Will when your live stream. Wow.
Hi.
I'm gonna try to turn this way.
Mom, look, you can get sushi in the live stream. You can capture her.
There she is. That's Sushi.
She's more friendly when she's in heat.
That's Sushi.
More like she's more desperate for love, so she becomes more social.
Yes.
This is really what happens.
Okay, you need to move your chair this way because the light from the window is like blinding the
Cool.
camera.
They can join my world. There.
No.
I'm not moving the kitten.
No, I moved the cat. Move your chair this way. There we go. There, you're good there.
I didn't do it!
Except when I knock you over.
That wasn't me.
No, it wasn't you. It was me.
What's
There.
that?
That's her. That's her present.
What present?
Her birthday present.
She hasn't opened it yet?
It just came in today.
Oh.
Avalanche, yes.
Mom, look. They put this inside this.
Yes. Like so it'd be waterproof.
What are
They
you
put
guys
a box
talking about?
inside of a bag. And then what's it? Get the scissors. So Abby, where are we gonna go eat today for supper?
Hopefully that noodle place.
What noodle place?
Either one.
What about the Hong Kong
What's that?
Express, the one that we had the soup?
But I want noodles.
Oh, they have noodles there too.
I am in this weird mood where I really want noodles. No.
Maybe we'll do a live stream for supper.
What? No.
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 No. You can do one
Is
after
Abby
supper.
skipping school? No, school's done at 2 here.
If I was skipping school, you can bet that she wouldn't be okay with it.
No, I would not be okay with her skipping school.
If she
Hey.
was, I'd never go. I'd only show up for science, and that's literally it.
Hi, whatever. I'm in Canada, which is a suburb of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Thought it was...
Rowan, if you're gonna talk, talk. If not, please don't.
Just a second. I thought it was an egg breakfast recipes. I have some other tasty ones to add to it. It was an egg. Mine is egg. What a favorite recipe with eggs. So my family loves curried chicken, with hard-boiled eggs in it. So it was just more of the recipe had to cook egg. Yeah, go plug it in to charge it, and then you'll be working with Daddy to load it.
What is it?
A phone.
Oh, that, you actually got your phone that you wanted.
Yes, it's a refurbished phone. You could add whatever, if you want to add another egg collab recipe, feel free. Today is a bad for me. It's a beautiful day, 78 degrees. And I'm not feeling good today, so catching up on videos. Hey BBKI Vines Vivo. How's it going? Yeah, so I will make the family do real fried rice. Ooh, yum. I have a question for you. I'm coming from a study of Waterloo from India. How is the overall reputation of university?
What?
So the guy here named whatever. I have a question for you. I'm coming to study. Oh, University of Waterloo is University of Waterloo in Ontario is a good university. They have a great reputation. They're really good for engineering.
Well, I'm gonna go. Bye. You
What?
guys are getting boring.
Well, I was just reading with the comments. I want to see your daughter pick. She has a channel. She does. She did science videos this week. She did a dissection of a frog and a dissection of a sheep's eye.
Both were done in class.
Yes, both in class. Also, I plan on making some goat's milk custard. It will use lots of eggs. Cool.
Bye.
Okay, bye. I was just reading the comments. And
Well, you guys are being boring.
we're being boring. Why are you taking your hair out? We have to go soon.
Well, it's giving me a headache. And I'm tired and I'm done.
The yeah, no,
What?
we're getting into a okay. That one was deleted.
What?
Somebody said you were a beautiful girl, but then it went somebody else. Bye, Felicia. Yes.
What did they do?
Well, they said what?
Can I eat this?
No.
Okay, so what is it?
Because fine.
What?
I wanted to make
What is it?
chicken.
It's cold.
It's chicken.
Then I don't care.
Frozen chicken thing.
It's not cold. I thought it was like a popsicle or something.
Yes.
What do I put this in? Put it in the microwave, Mom. Yes, you put it in the microwave. What toaster oven? So what did they say?
Well, it got deleted and they got put it. So
They told me not to put it in the microwave. Was that?
it was. There was some. No, there was one that was inappropriate.
Was that the whatever?
No, the whatever was medium inappropriate.
It says not to put in the microwave.
Yeah, you have to bake it in toaster oven.
The person who wants my picture.
Well, yeah, no, there was it went started of that, and then it went. They said you were beautiful, and then somebody else went further, and then got rid of them. They were trolls.
The one that you said the Waterloo was good?
Yeah, no, I don't think he just said you were beautiful.
Did he get removed?
Yes, that comment got removed.
Is that person out of the stream now?
Yes,
Both of them?
I believe. Well, they got booed. We can't see their comments, so I don't know.
Do I press the pizza button?
Just press bake.
But what did they say?
So there.
Finally.
Which you are beautiful, but yeah, I don't like praying manna. You're okay. So buy weirdos. Exactly.
Hashtag disgusting, hashtag pedophile.
Yes. So we will just move on. I know. Persistent. Both of them are persistent. Both needing my attention right now at this particular moment.
What?
You were persistent of wanting to know what was.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Apparently.
And you just sent that pedophile
No,
to
I
my
didn't.
channel.
No, I didn't. I did not put your channel name in there. I'm glad I didn't.
What are you eating?
Curry chicken and rice. That's my lunch.
Excuse. Wow, real mature.
So I can't find any goat milk that I can use.
I
I'll
like
have to
goat
look for
milk.
some pet milk on Craigslist.
What? Did I hear that right?
Yeah, some pet milk. What's pet, like in quotations? What's pet milk, and why would you look for it on Craigslist? Is that how you have to sell the goat's milk when you're not a farm, like a certified farm?
Mom.
What? She wants the goat's milk to make cheese.
No, Mom.
We can't sell milk to use for human consumption in Montana. Yeah, so you say it as pet milk, so milk to feed your pets, but you can do whatever you want with it.
What, Mom?
What?
Can I have spicy crackers?
Yes, Rowan, can you get the spicy crackers from Daddy's bin, please? He doesn't like them.
No, but I do.
I wouldn't trust anything off Craigslist, let alone food, Amanda says.
What's Amanda's channel?
Well, Amanda doesn't have any videos on her channel.
But what is her channel?
Her channel just says Amanda M.
Oh.
She did used to have a picture of a dog as her profile picture, but right now it's her and her hubby. Yeah, those.
And why the heck are you just so grunting at us?
Because she has food in her mouth.
Oh.
Yep, and you get on shares where you all own an animal and get the milk from. We have that here too, because here in Canada you can't sell unpasteurized milk. But if you're able to, you can for your own consumption. You can
Rowan.
have you can have a you can have
Rowan, give it.
Abby, don't be grabby. She was coming to bring them to you.
No, she wasn't.
She was.
She was playing keep away.
No, it wasn't.
This will work.
I'm only gonna have some.
I've got one first.
So the whatever guy said, sorry, I had also reported that guy. I didn't mean to be rude. I went overboard a little, and I'm sorry. He's the one that said you were beautiful. No. So here in Canada, so we have I know a couple people who they have eczema, and they found that drinking unpasteurized milk actually cleared up their eczema versus just the pasteurized milk. Is better than any of the medicine, the creams that they have for their skin. So they went in with a farm and helped pay a certain price per month, and whatever the milk is milked from that animal, that a month gets divvied out from all the people helping to feed that animal and hosting it on that farm.
Wow, you talk with your hands a lot.
Yes. You like them?
I know.
Okay, let me see where can I see the label so that I can see where they are from.
TNT.
Yep, they're from TNT. TNT spicy crackers.
We've been through this, Mom.
Okay. That cannot be affected by pasteurization. We just get milk from the store. Any store. Here in Canada, the milk companies, there's Beatrice and Nielsen are the two major ones. They have contracts with local dairy farmers, and they take a truck and they go and get the milk from various farmers, and then they pasteurize and they sell it. You can go to Farm Boy, where you can get organic milk, which is more expensive, or goat milk and stuff like that.
It's the Farm Boy day, so it's not the Farm Boy way.
Yes. Get milk from any. But see, he's from India, so he might not like. And our grocery stores are huge, so you could sell everything there, from your meat to your dairy to your bread to your canned goods. Raised goats in the past. My kids were sensitive to cow's milk when they were little. And I know you're being protective, and I totally understand that. Yes, thank you for being good. Whatever.
Huh?
He's saying, I'm sorry, Amanda. I know you are being protective, and I totally understand, because Amanda said I'm keeping my eyes on you. That's good, because I'm not... It's hard to tap the mod button when you're talking and trying to read the comments. Oh, stray kitty. Sushi's by my feet. We can all be in the wrong place at the wrong time sometimes. Yes, and sometimes when we say something, it comes out the wrong way. Yeah, and I was busy reading, and it was a bit of a slower feed.
I feel like I'm missing something.
No, it was the same comments that I just read to you. They're just discussing, because Thomas wasn't a mod on my channel. Yeah, it was a drive-through for fast food. Are you at Arby's? Are you getting some Arby's because of Angie's post? Oh, Angie got a job. She's working at Arby's.
Yeah, I heard.
Okay. I'm trying to come up with music-related puzzles for today's game. Ooh, this might be up your... So Get to the Farm does a hangman on her channel. About 4 o'clock every day. And she chooses a theme. And and she'll call out, like you say, you type in your letter that you're guessing, and if you guess the word, then you're supposed to try and guess the word. On my channel, one day was channel names, and my channel was one of the answers. And then she plays it for like about an hour or so, and whoever has the most points, she goes and watch their channel for an hour, I think, or half an hour or something. So, I'm gonna eat my salad. Y'all make me hungry. Win again. Something Beatles related. No, or if you want something obscure, Abby is the queen of obscure references.
Mm-hmm.
Half-hour prize. So, what would you recommend music-wise? For maybe the younger audience.
Depends what they're into.
Or look for obscure. I still can't find my cheater's cats did something with them. What's the cheater's cats? Is that a band? Are there Indian restaurants or Indian food available easily? I'm worried about food most. Oh yes, Indian's very good. Like, as you can see, I'm eating right now curry chicken that I made. I did a video on it. It's not authentic. But we eat. Do we eat a lot of Indian food, Abby? Oh, sure. Yes. Here's some. So it's had a time on there. It should be about 20 minutes. You should cook it from. It's raw. It's frozen and raw. You have to cook it for 20 minutes. Needs his reading glasses to win the. Oh, okay. My glasses. So Thomas Schmidt couldn't find his glasses, so he's not going to be able to read and do the thing very well. I'm in the U.S. and Montana.
Don't worry,
There's
I
no
can't
Indian
either.
food here. So if you go to Waterloo, Ontario, University of Waterloo, there is Indian restaurants. Here, hey Google, what is the closest Indian restaurant near Waterloo University?
I found a few places. The first one is Masala Bay at 3B Regina Street, north in Waterloo. The second one is I Know a Restaurant at 465 Phillips Street in Waterloo. The third one is Classic Indian Restaurant at 150 Whistler Road in Waterloo.
So there's 3 restaurants, Indian restaurants, within Waterloo University area. Ontario is a big province. Big city, and has like lots of international foods. Free advertising, yes. And Waterloo is close to Toronto, and Toronto has everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like a 2 hour drive to Toronto type of thing. It's about 3 or 4 hours to Ottawa. Again, we have everything. Like within, I can walk from my place to one Indian restaurant in about 20 minutes. I could drive there in about 5 minutes. Oh, I meant Toronto. Yeah, Toronto. Yes, I was gonna say Ontario is the province and it's huge. Toronto is a big city. Waterloo is outside of Toronto, a couple of hours away, so it's not part of Toronto. But
I know, but I know somebody who goes to that university.
oh yeah, what are they studying there?
I think healthcare or something.
Healthcare,
And I kind of get what you had.
engineering.
Mm-mm.
Oh, DSW, developmental service worker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The extent of my Canada knowledge is from Little Mosque on the Prairie. Yeah, watch some CBC News.
What's the most on the prairie?
We've watched that. That's the show we've watched. The mosque that's in the prairies, where there's not a lot of Muslim people, and they built a mosque, and now because they didn't have a church for them, and they're sort of kind of outcasts
I only
in
know
the area.
I only know Little House on the Prairie.
Yes, Little House on the Prairie is, but that's why they call it Little Mosque on the Prairie. Masters in Management Sciences, Engineering Department. The course starts September 1st. Cool. Yeah, the mosque shares the church. It's very funny. Yes, we watched the show, but I think they weren't quite interested when we were watching it.
I still wouldn't be.
But well, there's Cornered Gas, which is also Canadian comedy. You ate small. Okay. If I walked to the end of my road, someone would have to call the ambulance for me because it's too far. Yeah, see where I live, I'm in Canada, which is the west end of Ottawa.
Mom.
Mhm.
If it doesn't have fantasy, science, or music, I'm not interested.
Mm.
All of the things I watch have fantasy or science in them. Or music. I like musicals.
Yes. How much cold does it get? It gets very cold. Yes. Don't buy your winter clothing where you are. When you come, September is nice. It's cool. It will get cold. Near Waterloo, not as much as in Ottawa because we're a bit north. But yeah, during Christmas vacation, it was minus 41 degrees Fahrenheit or Celsius for a week. We only get really bad weather like that
Google.
for about a week.
Hey Google, what is minus 41 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? Hey.
Minus 41 degrees Celsius equals minus 41.8 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Not quite.
Well, it's pretty close. Yeah, we're all laughing. Canada's pretty cold. So this year was a bad winter. We've had a very long winter. We had snow last week. If you look at my videos, we had freezing rain in on April 15th. It doesn't usually do that. But this summer is supposed to be it's supposed to be our hottest summer on record. For the next 3 months, it'll be like super hot. We went from super cold. Yeah. We had minus 41 between Christmas and New Year's. If you look at my video for my New Year's Eve video, it was minus 31. That's a temp that we can all agree is cold. Yeah, freaking cold. But we go from minus 41 to plus 41 in a different season. Like in July and August, we can get to 30 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
The most I ever remember is 47.
But our average summer is about 28, 29 degrees Celsius. Hey Google, what is 28 degrees Celsius?
28 degrees Celsius equals 82.4 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, so that's about our average. But that doesn't stay. No, so we.
Wait, Mom.
It doesn't stay for. Yes, for longer periods. We have winter from about Halloween, which is October 31st, it could be, or later. So somewhere end of October to maybe the end of November. From that till March,
Mom.
late December and into January, and then it gets better in March.
Mom.
What, Abby?
Can they see me like this?
They can see your back, yes. Yeah, see, that's our summer.
I'm bored.
You're bored? Well, why don't you go get your stuff ready, and we will be leaving because we have to take the bus. Big sigh. Big drama. Oh, no, we're not going to cry on demand. Go.
You guys are so boring and it's horrible.
Well, this is you're pretending to cry. Don't see. Oh. Say you're pretending because you're being too realistic. Do you have homework tonight, Abby? Amanda asked. Oh yeah, she's very good at it. Yes, it's cold. Well, you don't see many girls with suntans. Yeah. Oh, she's a hoot. Yes, that evil laugh too is really good too.
There's a reason why I get really high marks in drama.
Yes. She can cry on command. She is sick of cold talk, I guess, yeah. She's like, you guys are boring. You're not talking about me. That's because it's on my channel.
You don't need to talk about me. I'm not self-centered.
No, I know you're not self-centered. You're just saying it's boring.
Mean and offensive.
Oh, I'm sorry, Abby. I wasn't saying that. I said you were bored of our conversation.
That's because you people are boring.
Oh, that's mean.
Yeah, you be mean, I can do it right back.
I was about to cry, but now I got food. LOL, happy again. What did you get, Amanda?
I'm
I was talking about her, whatever. Yeah, she is sick of the cold, of talking about cold. Now she's singing. Roast beef with cheese, fries, and potato cakes. Oh, you did end up going to Arby's. Yeah, see, in Ottawa we only have one in the whole city. And it's not always busy. Like I've only seen it busy at lunchtime. Whatever says you sing very well.
Thanks.
She says thanks.
I kind of sing for a hobby. Why I'm in a choir?
Yeah, she sings for a hobby. So tonight she goes to choir. There's some videos under choir playlist on my channel.
Also on my channel.
And then there's also her channel too.
Oh yeah, I destroyed the soap bar again.
Good. You're a non-vegetarian. I call myself a meat-tarian because I like meat.
You know there's a thing called carnivore?
Carnivore. Yes. But I like meat-tarian. No, I'm a secondary vegetarian. Cows eat grass. I eat cows. I'm a secondary vegetarian. You should find many interesting things to try when you get the urge for different food. Yes.
Sushi.
Sushi.
Curry.
Have I traveled outside of Canada? Yes. We have gone to the States.
Ramen.
We have gone to the Caribbean. We've gone to Dominican and Cuba. And we did a cruise which went to Mexico and a couple Mexico, Tobago, I think. Went to a few different islands. and then I went to Puerto Rico before. Like, this was a few years ago, like 6, 7 years ago. Cuba was awesome. That was our first all inclusive spot that we went to. It was awesome. It basically so Cuba is basically Spanish speaking Canadians. Okay? You know how Canadians are known for being, polite or uh, you know, quiet, patient, that type. Cuba was like that. Only thing is, it's a communist country. It's beautiful. It's a very poor country, but it's also rich. So it's very well educated. So like we went to a resort, and so in Cuba, you will not see drugs. Okay, which is kind of funny. If you get caught with drugs, you go to jail for like 20 years. So there's no drugs. Um, and everybody gets paid the same amount of pay, whether you're a doctor or a lawyer or a maid. Cuba is the sugar capital of the world. Cool. Well, so our maid in our that did our room while we were there, she has her law degree. She first went to school and got her law degree and worked as a lawyer. But she makes more as a maid with the tips than she made as a lawyer because everybody got paid $25 US a month. Everybody that's there, free education, college, university, and well educated. So everybody there is very well educated. Like, that they have the opportunity to be well educated, okay, and they get a job. Um, they since they're a communist country, they don't have a lot of things for people with disabilities and stuff like that. They do, but it's again charity. They don't expect them to get a job, which is crazy for me um, to think of. But when you turn 18 or so, you are given a piece of land, and you are then supposed to build your house on it. So when you come to that, so my the maid that was at my house, that was at our hotel, that was doing our room the whole time we were there, $25 a month. But then you change that to American. You change that to Cuban dollars. So there's kooks, which was the locals' money, and then there was other ones. There was two types of Cuban money. One the locals used because it was even smaller amounts, but things were cheap. So you could go and get food for pennies, like eggs for like pennies or whatever, you know? Um, and your house was, and so you tended to live with family until you built your house and you bought your materials as you could. But you could get most of the things with the 25. Yes, you could. So that's why, so the lady that was our maid, she was a lawyer, she was married, had kids, she got divorced, she moved back home with her mother with her kids, and she decided to work as a maid because as a maid she would make more in tips. So for example, it was recommended that you leave like say $1 a day or $1 every couple days for your maid for tips, American. So in a month she'd make $30. That's double of what her income was. That's from one room. So let's say every room that she cleaned, say she cleaned 10 rooms, that's $10 a day. That's $300. Like she'd be rolling in it. Like $25 is average. Like this was a few years ago. What they were making, and that would cover their food. We did that when we went to Dominican last year, and we're going to go again this year. And we didn't do it. So they're a bit better. So Cuba is more well off people wise. Is that because of the communist country, they have actually really good health care in Cuba. So if you actually get sick in Cuba, going to the hospital in Cuba is not that bad compared to going to the hospital in Dominican Republic. Because their healthcare system is actually not bad for countries. Um, but it's Dominican Republic. If you get sick in the Dominican Republic, our travel agent said, depending on what you're sick with, that you'd want to get like evac back to Canada or the States, depending on, like, if it's just normal sickness, like, stomach ache or whatever, or stomach flu, that's fine. But if it's anything like you need surgery and stuff like that, to go somewhere else. So when making your puzzles, make sure to spell them right. And don't forget all the letters. When you submit guesses an E, put all the E's in there. Just like in India, you can have a luxury life with $2,000, $3,000 a month. Yes, our local workers in CD were really upset when the U.S. government decided we had to pay all our workers U.S. minimum wage, and they all end up losing work money. They were very happy before. Well, so this is the thing, is that, like, Cuban, the people were very helpful, very polite and curious, because I mean my family is a unique family, right? And even though language was a barrier, they attempted to try and speak English, or to explain things when English wasn't very good. My son suggested to make them a different save, so I could just click and all right. Considering my son's. Okay. Yeah, because I don't know how you do your live streams there with the choose a letter hangman. Are you talking about bookmarks? Go to several jobs where before someone might pay them for a day of work. They cut back how long they could pay them for. Worker had to get another job. Okay. Here's to make my game. Yeah, you can play if you don't have a channel, and if you win, just give me the watch time. Yeah, feel free, check out Get to the Farm's channel. You go live. Is it every day at 4 Eastern Standard Time? If I win, Jen gets my. Ah, Amanda, love you too. HQ trivia. Get to the Farm. Get to the Farm does a hangman guess thing and a different theme each day. I've caught a few of them. I won't be able to catch it today because we'll be bussing. Abby, are you ready to go? Okay. Just turn the bell on so I can get notified. Awesome. Well, tonight I might be doing a live stream while I'm waiting for her to finish her choir practice. If I go live, it'll be about 7:15. Half-hour watch time is all of my videos combined. Well, Thomas Schmidt, I'm going to put your channel on tonight. I did watch your Happy Pigs. They are cute. But that was only like 47 seconds. HQ Trivia is a quiz mobile app where winners get real money every day. No, don't play that. Don't. I've never heard of it. Some days I'm alone and just chatter about stuff. Oh, what was I doing yesterday at 4? I think I was cooking. I think I was cooking and videotaping my supper. No, I finished that. I was editing my video probably because I was finished making supper at like 1:30 in the afternoon. Stopping to get broccoli when I'm headed home. You need to do a live. Yeah, comedy like a newscast, and go hello, hey, bacon bits. How's it going? Mmm. Go with like a pretend mic. Yeah, I've never heard of that. I play a Facebook game called Tawanga, and I play Megaopolis, and I play Best Fiends. Six months. No. How long do pigs live? We were just talking about harvesting pigs. 6 months. I don't think my internet is fast enough for live stream. It's only 1.5 megs. I don't know. I don't know, but you can also um sometimes you can do live stream. Well, you can do live streams at um fast food places that have free Wi-Fi. That's what I usually. That's what I do Tuesday nights. 15 to 20 years. Well, that's why I said 6 months because most don't live for many years because pigs are grown to be harvested, unlike horses that are grown to be workhorses and they live and work for a long time. They are sweet. I love pigs, so I keep a boar and a sow or two, then sell the babies. Cool. Give all my love to the breeding stock. Well, yeah, because I mean, yeah, you're just gonna keep them. So, a friend of mine got one of those small pigs as a pet, miniature pigs or whatever. She regretted it because it still acted like a pig, and it didn't work for her in her townhouse. Um, so it was just like it was just not a good fit for her. Running into Dollar Tree, hope I don't spend too much. Nice pets, but need more work than training a dog. Love me some bacon, but I don't want to raise it myself. Well, that's why I was just saying that we were discussing. If you look at earlier in the stream, Amanda, I was talking with Thomas Schmidt of the cost of how much it cost him for the pigs and raising them and harvesting them at the end, and it wasn't worth it. And it is worth it to do it yourself and paying a butcher to harvest them. You save like $600 on the meat, but I think it would be hard to do. Yes, Tom, you could trade with someone to find a farmer to buy one from. I'm sure it's totally worth it. We went in with a buddy on a pig last year, so I have pig and part of a deer in our freezer. See, I want that. That's like my dream. Yeah, part. I figured it out. But I gotta get going because we gotta go catch the bus. Fun, fun, fun. Usually we get a ride, but my ride had a doctor's appointment today, so we get to bus for an hour. Yes, I'll be on live later about 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, like 4 hours from now, I'll be live. And hopefully, I won't be interrupted by Abby being tired and sick, like last week, where I had to stop after 40 minutes because she was exhausted and like having low blood sugar or something going on. So. Well, you have a wonderful day, and I will see you later on tonight. Bye, and go check out Get to the Farm, get to their channel, and watch their games. If I get connection on the bus later, I might pop it in. I'm unsure if I'll get much connection. Bobby got short, soft-hearted on the hog we were raising, which was due to be harvested in 2016, waited till 2017, and though tasty, the meat was more tough. He promises not to make that same mistake again. Yes. Hugs. Bye. Mwah. And feel free if you want to do another egg video, throw it into the collab. The collab will still be there. So the link is there. You could feel free to add, as long as it's an egg video. If it doesn't have an egg in it, I'll have to remove it. But just to be fair with everybody. But you have a great day, and I'll see you later. Old pigs need to be sausage meat. Yes, sausage. And sausages taste good too. I love breakfast sausage. Yeah. Now I want pork. Might influence my supper decisions. Bye.